What the hell are you doing? I'm gonna take back Sturgis Key and then take off his head. And by finally, we are here at the last Rise of the Beasts figure. What's up, YouTubers one and all? My name is Figure1987, and today, he's finally home. Well, this is a knockoff, but it's essentially the last figure I needed, and this is of Transformers Studio Series number 102, Rise of the Beasts. Buzzworthy Bumblebee Target exclusive Optimus Prime. This is the knockoff version by Black Mamba. OPO1, and yeah, I'm surprised I got away with this. But it's basically the exact same on either side, so let's just open it up. Please don't be missing anything. Please don't be missing anything. Alright. So he's got everything. Nice. Oh. He's got his cannon. I got a good copy, ladies and gentlemen. I got lucky. Oh my god, I actually got lucky. I was afraid I had to return this, but no. And the instructions are well colored. So, there we go. I like this. This is something that Hasbro can never do. Oh my god. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. So, we're gonna take him out of this, and then we're gonna see how cool he actually is. And believe me, I think this figure is well worth it. Ain't that right, Prime? Yep, I have him. The fact that I'm actually having one of the best Optimus Primes I've ever handled, even though the tolerances are scary at best. This is the Optimus that I wanted for so long. Now, a little bit quick fun story, and honestly it's a little bit of a sad one as well. I wanted this figure for a while. When it got first revealed, I was like, yes, I want it. But the thing is, I didn't know much about pre-orders back then. I didn't know much about all the stuff of, hey, pre-order this from Pulse ahead of time, and you don't have to pay until it actually starts shipping out. So I missed out on Pulse. I tried getting it from Target, but when I didn't have any money in the bank, they canceled it about like 10 days after pre-order, which fucking sucked. And by the time I got back into the pre-order, it was already sold out. So then I tried getting it from eBay. Using one of those special pre-order things. I ended up canceling the order with the, because the actual seller was kind of actually having problems on his side getting the shipments to him. So that was a bust. I ended up getting my money back so I could get Iron Factory Tesserus, which is this guy's buddy. Yeah, I have him in a box right now because there really isn't much need to take him out of the box, but pretty soon there is, because at the time of this recording, he is officially shipping out. Yeah, he might be here by the time that I finish all these recordings and put them on YouTube, but the point is, he's coming. And I'm able to complete the combine. But the biggest, possibly the biggest contender for all my scrap is the fact that the news dropped that this guy was not going to be sold anymore at Target. They kind of undersold themselves big time. Same thing with Mirage when it came to his merchandising, but that's a different story. But the biggest thing is getting this KO. Now, I've heard good and bad things about the KO. And I've experienced those good and bad things. Thankfully, though, I didn't have much of the bad things that other people did. Because people had breakages, people had things missing. I got lucky. Barely lucky with this one. And that is a good thing. That is a really, really good thing. But enough talking about basically what happened that led to this. But honestly, I want to share that. So, yeah, this pretty much is supposedly the last official figure that I was supposed to get from Jockwave with my money. From Jockwave. But it never came to fruition. So instead, I had to get this fucking KO from AliExpress. Around the same time that I got 2 other KOs, because they both released around the same time, so why not? But the thing is about this is that it's official. It is to scale. That is the best part. Now, sure, yes, people don't like the back. I'm actually fine with the back. It makes for a better leg transformation than just flattening the legs. Because in truth, I don't like it when they end up doing lazy shit. Now, this is an exception for the lazy leg transformation. That's an exception because it works well with the mold. But it does not work with a movie prime. Also, for another side comparison, you know what, since we're getting into this right now. There's the main line next to the, and you know what, I kind of like the two. I definitely like the Studio Series better. And it's eventually going to become the superior one. Which means this one's going to be sold soon. But this is basically comparing movie 1, 2, 3, and then movie Rise of the Beasts, essentially. And Bumblebee, a little bit. But you would have Bumblebee if you took off the grill. But I'm not. I'm not wasting time on that. So, yeah, that's pretty much for that. And then, since I have no need for mainline figures, except for one, for now, I only have two more mainline figures to go through. And then after that, it's really not that bad of a deal. I have Pablo pre-ordered, and I have... Where is he? Scorponok pre-order. By the way, let's compare the beasts. Let's bring out the beasts, first of all. Let's bring him out. And, I mean, you could technically do this. Technically. But it kind of fails a little bit, especially with the sword there. I mean, I guess, I don't know. But, yeah, there's that. Let's bring in the other beasts just to get this out of the way, because this is kind of a little bit taking a little bit too long, you know? It's not supposed to be this long. I'm supposed to be talking about the vehicle mode. But at the same time, this is possibly the best Optimus Prime we've gotten. And, there's all the Maximals. And, honestly, I don't remember the shot that was with the vehicle modes, to be honest. For the Autobots. So, what I'm probably going to do instead is fill the entire table with the rest of the figures. That's literally what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill it with the rest of the figures and just, you'll see the comparison big time. Just right there. Right there. We have Battle Trap. We have Nightbird. We have Bumblebee. And then finally, if I'm not missing anyone else. No, I'm good. Okay. Scourge. So without Scorponok and without Scorponok and Wheeljack or Pablo, we basically have every single Rise of the Beast Studio Series figure. And here's the thing. I've never actually gotten this far to completing a movie for Studio Series. I mean, well, okay, that's kind of a lie. I've gotten close. I've gotten close in the form of the 2007, but I've never kept that collection for long because let's be honest, Barricade is a fucking bad figure. He really needs to be redone, or I don't know. God, why does it sound like I'm trying to cry or whatnot? I don't know. But yeah, this is everyone. And with that, I'd say that's about going to wrap it up and then send us straight into transformation time. Because look at all of this. Like, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful set I have. Now, granted, there are some limitations I'm dealing with right now, aka Pablo and Scorponok. But once I get the Studio Series versions next year, this line's basically going to be complete, unless they come out with a fucking Transit in 2025. Oh boy, if they come out with a Transit in 2025, or surprises with one next year, I'm going to flip. I'm definitely getting that figure. That figure is going to sell out quicker than fucking Sideways, or even better, quicker than the Bumblebee movie Megatron, which I have on pre-order. Which I really need to get a job for to get it, because I do not want to go for scalping. I really do not. I was barely... I had to go through scalping for Mirage. But everyone else, I pretty much got retail. Even Primal and Nightbird. But, actually, no. I had to also get Noah through scalping. But, yeah, I mean... Alright, let's clear off this entire table, and let's start transformations for real, because this is going to be a little bit of a pain. The good thing is, I record videos differently than others. I'm gonna love doing this transformation on camera, because this is the first time I'm doing it on camera, and it's amazing. First one I do is that you want to remove the cannon. Also, I tried getting an upgrade kit for the cannon. It completely failed, so don't even try asking me about an upgrade kit for this one. So, first you want to do is that you want to untab the legs from the smokestacks. And you want to very gently take them off, because this is a KO, so things can get finicky really fast. Then you can officially split the legs and take that out. You can also fold this in, like so. And then you can also untab the skirts. And let's just kind of finish working on the legs. So what you want to do is that you want to fold out the leg, and then this one is very finicky. But essentially, kind of fold it out, and then like so. And then you want to fold these down, like so. And then fold these down, like so. That's going to give enough space for you to push all of this in. And then there is a slot right there that's going to tab in right there for the leg. And that's going to secure it. And it's a very better securing than the SS-38, which I sold off to my friend Maury. And that's half of the truck all done. Now we're going to work on this half. We're going to split. We're going to take this part off very gently. Very gently. And take it all the way down. We can now fold in the wheels, because now we have the space too. We can fold this up And we can now fold this up. And yes, if you notice, there was paint chipping already. We can... This is what I like using. This is, where's the sword? Where did I put the sword at? Oh, it's right. Okay, so this one, because of my copy, because of it being a KO, I have to use the sword sometimes to get things out. But, there's that. And then, you're gonna very gently take these out, and then also we can just kind of fold these down and around on themselves for the time being or whatnot. Also, be careful of this, and then I'll be careful of this. Kind of fold that in like that, and then do the exact same thing on the side. Kind of fold it out, bring it out, bring it down, and bring it down. So that's kind of that all done. Now we can easily just kind of use this to spin this around 180 and then lift this part up to kind of line it into place. Like so. So that's most of it done. Then you want to come here. We can easily spin these upwards. Like so. Bring the arms down on their double hinge and spin them around. But this is possibly where the real frustrating stuff begins, and kind of the hardest part. Straighten it out and then spin it around, because you have to be careful, because there's a KO. Not all parts are aligned. So this is what you want to do. You want to bring this like this, and then very gently bring it upwards until it just locks into place. And now it is a lot better. So do this type of thing on the side. You want to spin this like this, bring this like this, and then very gently bring it up. Like so. Now we can tab this part in. It's just simply going to tab like that. And then for the final touches, we're going to open the chest up as much as we can. And we're going to flip out the head. Like so. And then we're going to push this down in there and close up the chest. And ladies and gentlemen, wait, hold up. Last thing we need to do. This is the part I kind of hate the most. I hate this part the most. This is why I usually use the sword for them, if anything. Because these hands can be tight. So, be warned. They will. Okay, thank God that's a friction tab, or else we were probably going to have problems. So, bring that arm down, and then just the thing on the side. Why? I need to make sure not to push too far, like my God. Also, it could be because I'm bending at the transformation joint and the actual joint. So just kind of stick your hand in it and kind of force it out. Like so. And now, here we have Transformers Rise of the Beasts 102 KO version of Optimus Prime. And yeah, he doesn't have Autobot symbol, but you know what? I don't really care. I'm not going to sticker up the figure because I don't have the white Autobot logos to put it on. But the point is, I love this figure. This is possibly the best Optimus I've ever had. Even more so than this guy, who I've yet to review. But this is the more, like, this is for the main lines, for, like, the movies and stuff. This is for, like, the Bayverse, at least the first 3 films. That's the best for them. But this easily takes a cake. And then here he is next to the main line. Which, yeah, that kind of is what it is. But articulation, I have to go a little bit slower on this guy. But on top of that, there is a few things about this guy. First of all, he can do this. He has the sword, ladies and gentlemen. He can actually do that. But, by the way, I need to point out something while I'm doing this, by the way. Put this back in. Just like so. And then there's a little slot here, kind of just peg it in. But the thing is about this, honestly, this has kind of grown on me. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting for me to hate how little this was, and I even tried getting an upgrade kit, but that failed entirely. But this has actually grown on me, and I don't know why it did. It has. Maybe it's just the fact that I am too much in love with this figure. I really don't know. But what I do know, oh my god, look at how low that is almost to the bottom. Like, wow. But anyways, this I really do like. Now, yes, we have some articulation to go for. First of all, I want to show off the best one. Fucking ab crunch. That's the first thing I'm showing off. Not the head, it's the ab crunch. This guy has a ab crunch. Beat that, Primal. He has a ball joint for the head. Can look up and down. Arms are on a hot rod / trigger happy joint, but you know what? It doesn't really impede it that much. I really don't think it really harms the figure. They can move 360, but on my copy, because of the KO, that's, yeah. These can turn 360. He has a double jointed, I guess. He has a double jointed elbow. He has wrist swivel. He has a waist swivel, like I said, the elbow joint. He has drop down legs, which is basically that's what they look like from the side, but they don't look that bad. And then on top of that, he can almost do the full splits. Dang it, Prime, you were so close. And his legs can't go that far. But his legs can do about that much degree of bend, but it's less than 90 degrees. Oh, Prime, you're... At least he's got an ab crunch. And then, of course, ankle rockers and ball jointed foot, so there we go. Like, for this guy is pretty posable and imposing. I am not gonna lie. I really do love him. But now it's time for comparison. Wow, that transformation took a little longer, and that's mainly because of, this is a KO. I need to be a bit more careful. For side comparison, this is the last of the Rise of the Beast comparisons for now, because, well, quite honestly, we have other stuff to do. So, first of all, I'm bringing in all the Autobots, so that is RC, Bumblebee, Wheeljack, and Mirage. Although, to be fair, Wheeljack is not the Studio Series version just yet. But, oh yeah, I also put the axe on Prime. You'll see what... Yeah, basically you can G1 the axe, essentially. Have it kind of hanging off the arm in a way. So, we're just gonna put everyone here and kind of having a group shot of Autobots. So, yeah, that's pretty much the Autobots for Rise of the Beasts. This is going to be updated for the final total for So, now we're going to do Maximals and the Predacons. Because, really, there's only one Predacon for Rise of the Beast. So, we have Primal, Cheetor, and Primal is just a bit shorter than Prime. Cheetor, Rhinox, Air Razor, and the mainline Scorponok. I will be getting the Studio Series version. So there we go with every single one of those. So there's all those comparisons, and then finally, the last comparisons is his human ally Noah, who I completely forgot with the Autobot lineup. I'm having him without the jetpack, by the way. So there we go. And then, of course, you guessed it, we have to have the Terracons. I mean, is it really that obvious not to have them at this point? So, Battle Trap, Nightbird. I'm actually about to get upgrade wings from her from the Fire Brothers, so I don't really need to get anything else for that. I'm also about to get upgrade swords, so I can actually finally sell the main line, like for good. We got Freezer and Novocaine. Come on. Come on, stand, you freaks. There you go. And then finally, because of the upgrades, they made him a little bit more fragile, so I'm being a bit more fragile with him. But this is none other than Scourge. So, there you go. That is all the Rise of the Beast comparisons. Now, if you want to say other comparisons, nah, we'll save those for later. We will save those for later. So, without further ado, let's get into the transformation back into vehicle mode. So, also, yes, he can hold the axe. Now, since this is a KO, the axe doesn't exactly fit totally on there 100% for some reason. It just kind of dangles. So, I mean, that's kind of a bit of a bummer, ain't gonna lie. But, yeah, I mean, that's basically it. So, let's get down back to transformation, shall we? So, first what you want to do is that you want to basically take out the weapons, and also it can kind of plug into... No, it actually can't plug in here. Never mind, it can't. Did I show you the weapons already? If not, I mean, I think I showed you the weapons already. I mean, what they were supposed to do, I mean, you had the arm blade, you had the cannon. Oh, also, storage. Storage for the blade goes, back here. The cannon, has this tab. It can go, like, right here or something. Or, no, right there. And the axe kind of just goes nowhere, in truth. It's just kind of sad. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. And the axe is from Primal, by the way, so there's that. So, enough dilly down with Transformers for real. So, first what I do is, let's start with the head. So, we're going to open this up as much as possible. We're going to take this part, and since this is on a kind of bad joint, I usually use the sword to kind of flip it up. Like so. Flip it all the way up. And then take this entire section and flip it downwards until it just kind of locks into place. Then you can just close these back up. What we're going to then do is that we're going to untab from here. And I say we actually focus on the legs now. Like, we're not going to focus on the arms just yet. The arms are a little bit difficult. So, we're going to lift these up. We're going to focus on the legs. So, the legs is very simple. You're just going to kind of, well, one, straighten them out so that these flaps can actually tab in on... Well, I mean, you can also ab crunch this entire shit. Okay, that's not what I meant. So kind of just tab in. Shh. Shh. Sorry, I was shushing my sister because they don't shut the fuck up. There we go. So make sure that it's at a good angle enough to tab those in. Next thing you're going to do is that you're going to take this and kind of just lift it all the way up. Lift it all the way up. You're going to come here, bring this back, and then bring this back. Just like so. Make sure the legs are straightened out completely. You can pop these out. Pop these out, and then you're going to very carefully on this leg, especially since it has a bad tolerant joint. You're going to lift this up until that just kind of clicks into place. And then for this one, do the exact same thing. Lift it up. And push that back into place. And then just do nothing with that, because now we're going to work on the upper body. So with the upper body, what I like to do is we're going to spin these around first. Spin these around first. We're going to open up the arms all the way. Flip in the hands, make sure you're careful with them, like so. Push it back. Open all this up. Flip in the hand. Push it back. Then you're going to use this joint. And what you're going to do is that you're going to do it like this. Like so. And then also now you can use this ab crunch. And lift these back just enough. So that just kind of feeds forward. Like so. Then you can also finally come down here and do the exact same thing. Then you're going to twist it. And then for this one, you're going to kind of bring the arm around like so. What you're supposed to do is that you're supposed to kind of have it sitting in an angle like this. And it's kind of hard to do, especially if you don't have shit lined up. So you have it like that. Come down here, repeat the same process. You're going to bring this back, bring it down. Bring this around so you can angle this up properly. There's a tab there that's supposed to slot into both sides. Like so. And then you can just kind of push the arms in. So once you have all that done, make sure the truck is straight. And then you're just going to kind of tab these into place. Like so. And like so. You're going to use these ports on the back, and then these are basically going to peg into here. Just kind of align everything up properly. And it's just all going to tap into place. If you haven't done it already, flip out the wheels. I wasn't prepared for the transformation, but I do know it by heart because I do love the transformation. So, That's why it's taking a little while. Sorry. Fold these in. This is a little bit tolerant because of this is a KO, so what you're supposed to do is that they're supposed to kind of push onto there, and my god, okay, pause. So you do that. Then you come here to the legs. You're going to take the sword. You're going to kind of have it at this angle, and then just kind of tab it all together, like so. Kind of just have it resting like there. And then finally, to finish it all off, you're going to take these slots, and you're just going to go into these right here in the back of the legs. And then also this port into here. There we go. Have everything all nice and straightened out so it can roll. And then put this on the back using this slot. And there is Rise of the Beast Optimus in his vehicle mode, and the end of the review. The next review is going to be the long-awaited return of Baiwei. And it is one figure I've been desperately waiting because, here's the thing, I'm not paying over $100 for this figure on eBay. And on top of that, my friend has my original copy that she's still yet to ship out to me, but then again, I just found out that I have to wait till after Thanksgiving, which, you know what, that's fine. It's Baiwei Shockwave. Yes, the Shockwave from Dark of the Moon is coming back in Baiwei form. And I cannot wait to review that guy. He is so good. So, thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Please subscribe because we are at 80 or so subscribers at this point. I don't know, but we are getting close to the 500 mark, and I can't wait. So, yeah, and as always, Til All Are One. So, if you saw the Nightbird review, you saw that I probably saw the mistake that I'm going to rectify right now. The transformation is not done until these are flipped down. Okay. So, I'm going to get back to the actual review now.